Hi, this is Veronica from God Given Nutrition, and if you are gluten-free like our family, I want to encourage you to go to your local Asian food market. Your Asian market is going to have items that are not readily available at the regular grocery store or your health food stores, and they have a lot of different alternatives to gluten. Now, I'm going to show you some of the items that we really enjoy. You know, these are not things that I just read about. These are things that we enjoy on a regular basis, and I'm really confident that you'll enjoy them too. So I wanted to let you know what to look for when you go to the store if you decide that you want to try some of these things. So one of the things that is really hard to keep in stock in our house is kimchi. Kimchi is a Korean-style pickled vegetable. It is cabbage and garlic and ginger and red hot pepper, and it's fermented. It's pretty spicy and it's delicious. It's really good for your digestive system because it's full of a lot of good bacteria being fermented. So I'm going to start over here and show you what we got. So rice vinegar, I don't use it very often, but it's a lighter, sweeter vinegar, and it's really good to use on like cold salads, like a cold light salad. Over here is hot sesame oil. This stuff is super hot, and I love it. And it's really good in like stir fries, or if you want to put it in soup, whatever it is that you want to add some heat to. Over here is fish sauce. A little goes a long way. This is like a fermented fish sauce, and we use this actually when we do cucumber kimchi, which we'll do when cucumbers come back in season. So behind it here is the red pepper powder that I use, and this red pepper powder is actually more mild than the red chili flakes. So this is I use this a lot in cooking, but also in kimchi. This over here is a bag of sweet potato starch. Organic cornstarch is really hard to find, and this does the same job. So if I wanted to make, for instance, a gravy, like a chicken gravy, this potato starch would, just thicken it up nicely. So another thing, one of our favorites is sweet potato noodle. And the sweet potato noodle, I think they might call them cellophane noodles too, because they're like clear, like glass noodles. And they're made out of sweet potato starch. And I would liken them to spaghetti, only more al dente. And they're really fun to eat too, especially for kids, because there's like pieces that are like 3 feet long. What I do is these right here are really good. I get these and they're little like nests like this. And so if the kids want to add them to soup, or they want to make they want to make some kind of little stir fry for lunch or something, they would boil this up for 5 minutes. And then you pour cold water on it, and then you can cut it with kitchen shears if you don't like the really long pieces. Over here, these are so neat. This is green bean vermicelli, okay? And this is like instant noodles, right? And this is what it looks like. And again, they come in these little packages, so that if the girls are making soup, or if I'm making soup, and I just want to add something to kind of bulk it up a little bit, this is a really great alternative. And this only takes like a couple of minutes in hot soup or hot water. Another thing over here is mung bean noodle, and you have little packages that you can cook. And these are really good for, I like them for cold salads. If you're going to make a cold noodle salad, they're really good for that. Now over here is kelp. This is dried kelp. This is like seaweed. It is seaweed. This is really good for putting in your soups. miso soup. It's really good just to have some sea vegetables in your diet. Of course, it's high in iodine. What you have to do with this is you have to cut off a piece, and then a little piece, because a little goes a long way. And what you do is you soak it in water, and you'll see it start unfolding. And then you want to rinse it a few times just so that you get all this salt and little pieces of sand off of that. And then you can, use it however you want. You can make a salad out of it, like a seaweed salad, or you can, put it in soups and stews. Underneath here is nori, and these are sheets, nori sheets. And there's about 40 sheets in here. This is a lot. And what I like to do with these is I like to make salmon fish. And now it's like canned salmon, not canned tuna. You know how you make tuna fish? Well, it's using canned salmon, wild caught canned salmon. And you just make it like you do tuna fish. You add your mayonnaise, a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we roll it up in nori instead of eating bread. And it's really yummy. So another thing too is I really like to buy they have a lot of bamboo things, and I mean they're like $1.65. It's crazy. So I might pick up a couple of little bamboo spoons and utensils. This here was super neat. It's just a dowel, except for the fact that when I make sauerkraut, this will come in handy. This is miso paste. This is a fermented soybean paste. Miso is so delicious for you and so healthy for you. And then over here are some teas. As you can see, these are they're little individual packed teas. This is oolong tea, and oolong tea, if it gets to the air, it starts to oxidize. And so this is a really good healthy tea. And what I do is I have this little this cup, this double-walled glass tea cup, and I put my tea in there, pour the water in there, put that in there. We just cover it up and you're all set with your tea. This over here is a ginger drink. When you're sick, it has honey. It's a crystallized honey and ginger drink. Really good to put into hot water or even cold water, and helps you when you're not feeling so well. This right here is something that I cannot pronounce, but the woman at the Chinese woman at the Asian food market had recommended this to me when we were battling some colds where we had like a real deep cough and stuff. And it really does help to work to clear your lungs. And it's just a crystallized type of fruit that you drink as a tea. And so that's pretty much it. So go and visit your Asian food markets.